What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm Craig. We're going to talk a little bit about the Dow Jones before getting into Bitcoin. As you guys know, I've been talking about a Great Depression style crash for a very long time. We're going to take a look at those charts. Does that mean it actually started now? It doesn't mean anything yet, but it is something to keep a very close eye on. This could be the beginning of it. I've been talking about the biggest money grab in history for a few years now. It's taken a little bit longer than I expected, and it could take a little bit longer, but nevertheless, I do believe it's coming in a huge way, and people need to prepare, right? If you're all in the markets, right, all in Bitcoin or all in anything to do with the markets, you could be in a lot of trouble. And I'll show you why here in a minute. Again, none of this is financial advice, but something you need to consider. Now, one thing that's very funny, and let me know in the comments what you guys think, is they keep talking about on the news and finance channels that the economy is doing great and we are not in a recession. Guys, the only ones spending big money are or is the government, basically. Be careful, because if you or anyone you know owns businesses and really gets the real feel of the economy, you would understand that the economy is not doing good at all. The only money movement is within the government, and seems that we've put a stop to that temporarily. We'll see what happens. But anyways, let's get into the charts here. So as you guys know, in the smaller, this is a weekly time frame, but it's a smaller picture of the Dow since 2015, and then we'll take a look at the I don't even have it on there. Sorry guys, hold on a minute. All right, so this is taking a look at the Dow on the weekly, right? So each candle is weekly, and we've been looking at this as an ending fifth wave diagonal. If this is the case, we are looking for some severe downside finally. As you guys know, I've been talking about this for a long time. It's taken a lot longer to get to this point, if we are there yet, than I had expected, but the end result is the same. And if you were around watching yesterday when this happened and Bitcoin took a big dump, if you think that Bitcoin will be able to withstand a Great Depression style crash, you are insane, because it is still a super high risk asset. That will be where people are selling to get money to pay for their over leveraged, like Michael Saylor, for instance. He is way over leveraged, guys. I think he's going to get crushed just like he did in the dot-com bubble. Anyways, let's get into it. So if this is an ending fifth wave diagonal, once we break this, take a measured move of this. And again, we have a long ways to go before this is confirmed, but let's just put a price tag to watch. We'll put a price label here. So if we were to break somewhere around, depending on how long this takes, right? But if we were to break this, we could be going down to the low 20s, right? Even further than that if it's a Great Depression style crash. But and it's not going to go down in a day, guys. Let's take a look at the big picture. So this is 1929 right here on the left, or right? As you can see, once it topped, we stayed up in this area for a while. These are both weekly charts, guys, and you can see the similarities, right? Let's zoom into the tops of these. So let's say it happened the same. That would get us down to, if it went 89%, just like it did back in 1929, and those of you who think that's impossible, you're crazy. For one thing, if you listen to Elon and Trump, both of them have said it will get a lot worse before it can get better, and this could be what they're talking about. I don't know. I think all politicians are on the same side. We'll see. I would love to think that Trump is going to fix things, but who knows? We'll see what happens there. But anyways, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up before we get into Bitcoin and stuff. But anyways, so if it went down 90%, you'd be looking at like a $4,700 Dow. Is that going to happen? I don't know. Is it possible? Definitely. But if we do have a crash like this, that is definitely a possibility. So anyways, let's get in. Oh, wait. I wanted to zoom in. So let's look up here where we're at right now. This is the drop we've had. Obviously, in the big picture, it don't look horrible, right? Which it could just be a dip and we continue up from here. But let's zoom in on it over here now and see what the top looked like. The top, we had big bounces here, guys. So we could bounce up in here for a long time before a real drop, right? But once it really starts to sell off, you get a huge sell off and then a nice rally. And then just more and more sell-offs, guys. So just be careful. Remember, these are weekly candles, so this could take a long time, but just something to look at. This, again, this is on the weekly, and if you guys know what 3 black crows is, and the weekly isn't closed yet, but 3 black crows, look it up. If you know what that is, post it in the comments below. If you don't, look it up. 3 black crows, and this is a weekly chart, guys. That's a big deal. You can see we had it back here too. 3 black crows right here. So just keep an eye out, see what's going to happen here. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. So the big picture. So we've talked about this major resistance if we do get another push up at 114.9, depending. If it takes longer, this can go up a little bit, is it ascending. But right now our support is at 91.5-ish, right? If that breaks and this becomes resistance, your next levels are going to be way down here, 58.1, 58.2, somewhere in that range. But we're going to take a look at the 4-hour chart. I will start going in the smaller time frames. I didn't get a chance to set that up yet, but right now we're going to go into the 4-hour. But before we do, if you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. Now, the cool thing about Prime is you can trade Dow Jones, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, and you can use your Bitcoin to trade against it. So you can grow your Bitcoin holdings that way if that's your thing. But either way, you can trade traditional markets with Bitcoin, along with Bitcoin and other cryptos. So definitely check it out if you haven't. And you can use my link below to get you up to a $7,000 bonus to use towards your margin. Also, 25% off your trading fees. By using my link, it'll bring you to this page right here to give you these offers. So if you guys do not use a VPN or you don't want a KYC, you can check out BitUnix right here. Link also below. By using my link, you can get up to 500,000 USD in prizes in this entry time right here. It goes over all the stuff for you if you click on my link, so just check it out if you haven't. You automatically, if you deposit 100, you get an automatic $100 on top of your 100 using my link. So anyways, let's take a look at what we've been talking about. So this was our one target here, 107.2. Obviously, we wicked above it, but nevertheless, we have not even opened and closed a 4-hour above our target, right? So to get bullish on Bitcoin, we need to break this, and we can keep moving this over around the 109 if we were to shoot straight up in the next day, right? Otherwise, this is just going to keep going higher and higher to where we have to break to be bullish. We also have this 112, which is our one. You can watch yesterday's video or any video for like a month. We've talked about the 112.650, which is the 1.27 fib, right? That's something to keep an eye on. This was our 1-to-1 extension right here in the bigger picture. But so right now our support obviously on the our volume bar right here is about 94 or 98.5. Once that breaks, then we have support. This is the 4-hour, guys. On the 200 EMA, about 96.3. But if this takes a while, this will roll over, and then we're going to look at that 94. We'll probably get a bounce off this bottom trend line, but if we don't, our next target is just our measured move of this 79.5-ish area right here. Now remember, if we break up, depending on if, when, and where, right, then we're going up to looking at as long as it can pass 112, guys. There's plenty of trade opportunities in here. And trading with margin, you can risk less money to win more instead of having to purchase a whole Bitcoin, sit on it, and hope, right? But anyways, this is where we're at. We've been talking about this for a long time. Just looks like a rising broadening wedge, which is usually bearish in the big picture, but you have to break the bottom to confirm it, and then we'd be looking at these lower targets here. But as you can see, if we look up here in the RSI, if we get down here, that would match up with that 94.5 area for a bounce. May get a big bounce there, and it may have just been a dip, and we go up to these higher levels. But really, to confirm anything, we got to break out of this rising broadening wedge one way or the other. So in the bearish case scenario, right, saying that this is all done, this is your Elliott wave count, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see all your smaller counts within your bigger waves, but that would consider this even going up to the 112 area, the end, and still these very low lows that nobody thinks is possible could definitely be coming. But again, I would expect to see the Great Depression style crash in the Dow Jones for us to get to these levels, which is still a huge possibility and the opportunity of a lifetime. So let me know what you think. Or do you think we're going to have something like this just being one big wave one right here, and then we had our wave two, and looking for wave three, right? Getting us up to that 120 something area, and then our wave four down to 65, 70, and then the huge fifth wave up to 150 or so. Could that be a possibility? Definitely possible. Either way, it all ends the same. Let's see if they can actually keep these traditional markets falsely pumping with fake ass, printed ass money, kind of like Bitcoin and USDT, right? Let's look at the big picture. So, the big picture, if you look at the RSI on the bottom, you have a high, a lower high, lower high. Price action on the top, high, higher high, higher high, bearish divergence. Be careful with this, guys. This could get bad. Actually, it's hidden bearish, but let me pull up the weekly. Same thing, guys. Look at all that divergence. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Be careful. This lines up with the stock market doing the big dumperoony. Again, we could go a little bit higher, so don't quote me wrong, I guess you could say. But I would be extremely cautious here. I've been extremely cautious this whole time because I still believe that we hit below 10,000 because there is some huge liquidity down out there waiting at those levels, not to mention what the stock market seems to be lining up for, guys. Just be careful, because if this bottom trend line doesn't hold in this wedge, it's a wrap. It is a wrap, and that it might wait till the inauguration. We'll see. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily updates, as I have been getting more into getting these daily updates out. I'm getting back into the groove. It's taken a while. I got out of the groove for a while, but I'm back, baby. I'm back. So make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, push the video out there, share this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.